The world has seen 8 generations of Porsche 9 to 11, and all of them have been outstanding so far. Porsche is the gold standard when it comes to luxury cars, but because of climate change, most of the car manufacturers have made bold commitments to reduce carbon emissions while also expanding the scope and style of their electric vehicles. Porsche has deep roots when it comes to gas-powered cars, and with changing times, it has decided to make cars that drive economically. Like and subscribe to our channel as we launch into Porsche's road to hybridization. Porsche has committed to electrifying over half of its cars by 2025. The Porsche 9 to 11 is famous for having fundamentally unchanged over its almost 6 decades of history. But recently, Porsche CEO Oliver Blume announced that the Porsche 9 to 11 is coming back with a new hybrid. So what makes this 9 to 11 hybrid so special? A hybrid version of the Porsche 9 to 11 had been rumored for years now. When the current 9 to 11 chassis, the 9 to 92, debuted 4 years ago, one of the big talking points was its gearbox, which has provisions for an electric motor. At that time, then 9 to 11 chief engineer August Achleitner said Porsche hadn't committed to actually making a hybrid, yet much has changed since November 2018. Porsche CEO in an interview said, "Our aim is to offer in each of our segments the 2-door sports car, the 4-door sedans, and the SUVs, a combustion engine version, a hybrid version, and a fully electric version. Coming back to the 2-door sports car, we will add a very sporty hybridization to the 9 to 11. So then we will have the offer of combustion engines and hybrid in the 9 to 11. And we already announced we will come with a fully electric 718. Blume hasn't provided a specific date for the launch of a 9 to 11 hybrid, though he did restate Porsche's goal of achieving 80% electrified sales by 2030 and added that the 9 to 11 will be the model which we will drive as long as we can with a combustion engine. This means that as long as they are legal to sell, Porsche will be making gas-powered 911s. The 992 is due a facelift in the next year or two, and while that might present an opportunity for Porsche to bring out a hybrid model, it could also wait until it brings out an all-new 9 to 11 closer to the end of the decade. The new high-performance alternative to the McLaren Artura and Ferrari 296 GTB is expected to go on sale in the next few years, following revised versions of the standard Pure Petrol 9 to 11 from the early-level Carrera to the range-topping Turbo S. The prototypes of the electrified 911 sports car have already been spotted undergoing testing. This prototype appears to be based on the latest Turbo S model. It means that it's a performance hybrid in the same vein as the Cayenne and the Panamera Turbo SE hybrid models. It is thought that the Porsche 9 to 11 Turbo S hybrid will use the same 3.8-liter twin-turbo flat-six as the standard car, but could also feature a 136 electric motor just like other hybrid Porsche, to produce a total of between 700 horsepower and 800 horsepower. The new hybrid will likely be heavier than the normal 9 to 11 Turbo S, and it should match and possibly beat that car's impressive 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 2.7 seconds. The Porsche 9 to 11 has remained popular over the years due to its iconic design, consistent performance, and continued evolution. The 9 to 11 has become synonymous with high performance and luxury. Its long-standing reputation, timeless design, balanced handling, and a reliable engine have kept it in the spotlight for decades. One of the major talking points from the 992, made its debut 4 years ago, was the gearbox, which had provisions for an electric motor. At that time, the chief engineer of 9 to 11 claimed that Porsche had not committed to producing a hybrid, but now it seems that wasn't necessarily the truth. Blume did not give a particular release date for the 9 to 11 hybrid. Still, he reiterated Porsche's aim to achieve 80% electrified sales by 2030. The 9 to 11 is one of the only cars sold with a rear engine. Its perfectly balanced body gives you the feeling that the back could spin out at any point, yet remains tightly gripped to the road. This is one of the unique reasons people love to drive them, but it creates a problem. A hybrid drivetrain is not a new concept in the modern vehicle industry. It has become a standard unit for many automakers. However, the car's configuration to support 2 power sources has baffled Porsche engineers. The 9 to 11 is well known for its small 2+2 layout and performance-driven design. Any design changes to make room for an electric drivetrain must not hurt the 911's balance and special handling. The brake booster gearbox and other auxiliary parts make sense. Still, there isn't much room inside the 992 for a heavy battery pack. As a result, the already constrained trunk space would have to be sacrificed, just like it does in the Porsche 911 GT3 RS for aerodynamic purposes. We are expecting a brand new chassis with a redesign in 2024, so it can be perfectly balanced. Although Porsche has not yet provided many details regarding the car's powertrain, it is expected that the company may combine a cutting-edge 10.8 kilowatt battery-driven electric motor with an already successful 3-liter Boxer 6 twin-turbo engine. This electric motor will be able to solely travel 43 miles on electric power. However, the existing Boxer 6 engine will receive some modifications. Its price has not yet been disclosed, although it will probably be higher than the current Porsche 911. According to Caro, the pricing for entry-level vehicles should start £90,000 and reach north of £180,000 for the Turbo S Hybrid. As for the release date, Porsche has not yet disclosed the date, although it's expected to arrive in late 2023 or early 2024. What kind of hybrid will 911 be? The first Porsche hybrid won't be a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. It will most probably have a 400-volt system instead of the Taycan's 800-volt one. The implication is that 992.2 Porsche 911 will be an FHEVD with an electric aspect of propulsion being charged by the flat 6 engine. There isn't much room in the engine bay of the 911, even though the 2024 Porsche 911 will undoubtedly put on a few pounds due to hybridization. The weight gain will not be as significant as it may have been had the Porsche opted for a plug-in hybrid powertrain. Will the 911 hybrid adopt technology from the Porsche 919 race car? It is quite common for automakers to incorporate technology created for motorsport into their road-going vehicles. Typically, the integration process takes a few years after the technology is first used in motorsports. The Porsche 919 debuted in 2016 to compete in Le Mans Lump 1A class. This race car produces up to 1160 horsepower or 865 kilowatts in Evo trim and weighs only 1872 pounds or 849 kilograms. Its hybrid powertrain consists of a 2.0-liter turbocharged V4, a lithium-ion battery, and an MGUH unit, which stands for a motor-generated heat unit which drives a front axle. The 919's MGUH unit generates the front axle's electricity using the turbocharger's exhaust gases. The MGUH unit also serves to lessen turbo lag at low speeds. Although Porsche doesn't specify which racing technology will be used, we just know that the Porsche 911 hybrid might adopt tech from racing. Having a performance-focused hybrid system like the 919 Le Mans Racer will be a technological achievement. This is also the best way to have a full hybrid vehicle without adding much weight. The current engine generation powers the 911 Carrera S and Carrera 4s with 443 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque. With a 4-wheel drivetrain, the upgraded version of this engine can provide 680 horsepower or 522 kilowatts and 626 pound-feet of torque when paired with an electric power source. The current top speed of 190 miles per hour and 0 to 60 mile per hour acceleration time of 3.5 seconds also change. With regard to endurance and performance, the Porsche 911 is already a favorite. It also poses a competitive advantage against its rivals because of its small size and improved handling. The 911's popularity and market dominance will benefit the upcoming model, but they will also present a fresh set of difficulties. The new hybrid 911 may need to live up to the expectations of its admirers with superior performance, but without making any significant modifications to its recognizable appearance and superb handling. The Porsche 911 hybrid promises to be the lightest hybrid vehicle yet. Its hybrid powertrain will be focused on performance rather than fuel economy. Since any form of hybridization translates to more weight, there is only one way that 911 would remain relatively lightweight, and that is by using the tech from 919 hybrid race cars. The biggest advantage of a hybrid car is the lower fuel consumption than a conventional car and fewer emissions. This makes them greener, cleaner, and better for the environment when driven efficiently. Although many car enthusiasts are against Porsche going electric, Porsche seems to have undertaken more technical, but equally dramatic changes towards electrification. What do you think about the new 9 to 11 hybrid? Let us know in the comments below.